Good morning, everyone. Today I would like to share with you some of the easy practice that you can do in your daily life. Many people believe you need to do the daily practice at the temple or in a quiet room at your home. In fact, in the Buddhist theory, we say the actual practice can have two categories. The first category is a formal practice. It means you do the practice at the Buddhist temple, leading by the venerable masters or your teacher, or you do actual practice at your home in a quiet room with no interruption by any surrounding environment or by anyone around you. That first category, we say, this is the formal practices. For instance, in a monastery, the Buddhist monk and nun, or some lay practitioner, we will get together to do a prayer. This is considered one of very typical formal practices. And another formal practice also can be considered is those practice instructed by your masters or your teacher, which you practice at home with a very restricted environment, which means no interruption. That first category we say is a formal practices. The second category of practices is informal practices. That is the main theme I'm going to share today, informal practices that you can do in your busy life. We know all of you, particularly when you watch my video, you have a very short 5 minutes or 10 minutes to sit down and focus, want to learn something from teaching videos. This section of the time we can consider is a formal or informal training. Depends on how you receiving this teaching and what mentality you have when you watch this teaching. So these informal practices anyone can do. How to do that? For instance, in your busy daily life, when you wake up in the morning, you can simply just sit in a chair or sit on the bed before you get out of the bed. And then you can just mind training yourself, talk to yourself. Yes, I wake up now, I'm going to begin a wonderful, positive day. I wish and I make inspiration. I want to best use of my body, speech, and mind to benefit others. My body, I can do something beneficial to others. I can say something positive wording to encouraging others. And my mind, I want to keep always positive and encourage anyone around me. And I need to practice compassion. Just simply by arousing this mindset, we say mind training. You already practice this informal practice at the initial stage for this informal practice. So once you get up and you have this mindset in yourself, and you can get up and begin brush your teeth, wash your face, eat your breakfast, and get busy and get ready to go to work. By this good intention, the good initial inspiration, you have the initial motivation to do these informal practices. So you do rest of the day as normal, but you can use a very short spare time during your work time. For instance, during the lunch break, you finish your lunch, you chit-chat with your co-workers, and you maybe just have 1 minute. You can simply sit down, close your eyes, or open your eyes to listen a short mantra chanting from any YouTube channel or from our channel. Just settle your mind for 1 minute, listen the mantra. Calm down your mind. You separate your mind with all the busy surrounding. That 1 minute also considered is informal practices. Just that simple. Sometimes you don't need have supporting device like watching the YouTube channel, listen the mantra. You can actually chanting by yourself. Chanting by yourself, you can do the verbal chanting, which you have the sound come from your verbal chanting. Or you can silent chanting. You can chant Om Mani Padme Hum or Om Nga Hum silently in your heart. That 1 minute of informal practice also count as practices in your busy day life. And some people told me, Master, I don't have time during my lunch break. What should I do? Actually, the method is so easy. For instance, you maybe either need to take the public transportation or you need to drive a car. If you are taking public transportation in the bus or in the subway, you can simply just doing this kind of practice by yourself. If you drive the car, even much more easier. You can play the mantra or just by listen a teaching. For instance, any type of teaching related to this kind of mind training or our channel teaching. Just by this 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes informal practices, by focus and retrieve your mind, focus on actual one objective, listen to mantra or listen to a teaching, that already consider a practice. But because your environment consider not formal practices environment, that's why we name informal practice, but actually is one type of practice. So you can do this type of practice even during the working time. For instance, you may have an argument with your boss due to a project, the idea variances. So you were pretty upset. And usually what people will do is complain to their friends or other co-workers. Another alternative method you can do actually is just silently sit by yourself. Not necessarily means you have to be an individual room. You can be like in a public place with a workforce. You just focus on your own individual mind. You can do the short breathing practices. For instance, breathing out. I don't want to carry this unpleasant feeling and have anger with my boss. I want this anger, frustration go away, breathing out. And the breathing in, I want to bless myself with all the positive blessing and the positive energy, breathing in. If you are actually the cultivator, you also can visualize the Guanyin Bodhisattva or Amitabha or a medicine Buddha in front of you. Visualize that light of blessing, blessing you. Then you can breathe in. And do another breathing out and visualize the anger I arousing with my boss actually is impermanent. If I don't be bothered by this anger, I'm free from this attachment. Breathing out. And the breathing in again, I visualize this blessing from Guanyin Bodhisattva, blessing me in white blessing power. I feel blessed. I'm happy. And I do another breathing out again. This anger is not tangible. If I'm not bothered with that, I breathing out like air. And I'm free to begin my next moment of happy, pleasant time. Breathing out. And the third times of breathing in, you can visualize a Guanyin Bodhisattva smile at you in white color and receiving the blessing. Just by this mind training, visualization, you already pretty much separate yourself from the anger you're arousing with your boss a minute before. So this also consider informal practices when you are working. Let you know how to handle your anger, even you encounter an argument with your boss. So this type of easy practices cure your anger. And you can separate yourself from the anger arousing with the argument with the boss. Then you can free yourself and move on to the next task. So this is an easy practice you can do in your busy working hours. When you're busy for 8 hours at office, and finally you decide go back home. And on the time you taking the transportation or driving the car, you still can do this type of easy, simple practice to separate yourself from the anger, attachment, unpleasant feeling, and to refresh yourself to a brand new state of mind. So, on the time of the transportation, you prepare to leave all unpleasant feeling from your work behind you. So you have the fresh you, the fresh feeling, ready to go home. So you're arriving at home before you actually open your door, get inside of the house, and then you can talk to yourself. Hey, I finished my day. And now I use all the opportunity I can practice my body, speech, and mind in positive way. Now I'm back home. So I'm going to continue the rest of my day. So in your home, you may be single, no one live with you. You may have a family member, have the kids, have husband, or have wife. You can practice similar method if you encounter some disagreement. So this is an informal practice you can do anytime and anywhere. Before you go to sleep, and just try to arrange 3 minutes for yourself. Just 3 minutes. These 3 minutes can be in the living room, can be in a chair, can be in front of a fireplace, can be in your office. But you need to turn off your YouTube, really just reflecting yourself. So you can simply just sit down on a chair and practice these easy practices 10 times. Similar theory. Breathing in. I visualize all the blessing, all the positivity of the energy blessing me from the Guanyin Bodhisattva. Breathing out all the unpleasant feeling, anger, attachment arousing today. Doesn't matter who I'm with. Breathing out, disappear like air. Breathing in again, receiving the blessing, arousing the positivity from our mind. And breathing out all the negativity, all the unpleasant attachment, free like air, out of my mindset, no more bothering me. And breathing in, positivity, blessing, not only blessing myself, blessing 6 realms of sentient being, blessing all the family members I have, all my friends. I feel peace, blessed, and positive. Breathing out, I wish all the unpleasant attachment and anger I have, my family have, my friends, all the 6 realms our sentient being have, the negativity of the frustration, breathing out, disappear like air. Just by this visualization practice of breathing in and out, you put your awareness on your breathing, and then you settle yourself back to yourself, your mind. And then you need to free attachment of whatever the negativity, the emotion arousing with anyone in that day. Just leave it alone. Let you have fresh mind. It's like taking a bath. Every day we're taking a bath to cleanse our face, our teeth, our body. But actually, we never actually cleanse our inner side of our mind. These 3 minutes of informal practice actually is like a self-cleanse our mind to actually knowing what we should carry forward for tomorrow or what we should dump like a garbage, leave for the past. So that is very important. If we know and if we learn this kind of tactic to train our mind, you are actually doing the practice every day. And you will see every day you will become happier, you will become less bothered by a lot of things. Every year, you will see your own improvement. Knowing this theory, practice this very short informal practice that can enhance and assist you to have a better life and happier daily life. So once these 3 minutes of self-cleanse and self-awaken practices, 3 minutes of quiet time, I would say the self-talk time, then you are ready to go to sleep. And this will conclude today's informal practices. So you can dedicate the merits, or you can make a good wish for whoever you want to wish them be happy for, and you can go to sleep. And the next morning, when you get up in the morning, recap and practice the same informal practice. When you get up in the morning, sit on the bed or lie on the bed or sit on a chair or standing in somewhere. Before doing anything, just try to arousing the positivity of mindset, feeling all the compassionate, loving spirit within ourselves, and make good wishes for ourselves. Today, I am going to begin good positive body, speech, and mind practices. I want to be happier and more positive, not only be happier for myself, and also I want to bring this happiness to the people around me. And then you begin the rest of the day and similar practice. So this is called informal practice in cooperation with our busy life. I hope by today my short sharing can bring you good tips how to do the informal practice in your busy day life. Then you will not complain, say, I never have time to do the practices. The meditation, the mindfulness is so far away from me. So that's how we accomplish from the past until today in order to achieve the current state of mind. Without any practice, we always were turning around by our own anger, attachment, anxiety, and we never can be freed out of those. I wish you enjoy my short sharing today, and I hope you can begin to practice in the beginning of year and the beginning of your tomorrow morning. Let me know what you do, and please give me some feedback in the comment below. I hope these tips can help you. I feel very encouraging. Thank you, and I wish see you next time.